Hi guys, this is Banjo, and today I'm going to be bringing to you guys an update deck profile and just a little news on the channel, I guess. So I'm going to start uploading more deck profiles with different stuff. Uploading updated deck profiles since I've been playtesting a lot with the decks I currently have. And then also I'm going to start a series thing called In Detail, where I basically just break down a deck and tell you what each card or what purpose each card serves in a deck. And then since I recently got into Card Fight Vanguard, you might see at least one or two deck profiles up in there at one point. But with that being said, today I'm going to deck profile the updated version of my yellow-green the Attack on Titan deck. So with that being said, here's some of the cards I run in here. The first card I run is 3 of the 0/0 green member of Levies Squad Gunther. Pretty good card. It gives humanity's strongest soldier Levi or Levy 1k power boost, and it also has the ability, if I have member of Levies Squad Eld on the field, which is the card I'm going to get into next, all your corpse characters gain 1 level. So this helps you out level 0 if you have these in the back, because all your characters will gain. I might as well get into this effect too. So also running 3/0/0 green member of Levies Squad Eld. Same ability, it gives your humanity's strongest soldier Levy 1k power. And if you have Gunther out on the field, it gives all your other corpse characters a 5k boost. Or not 5k, 500, my bad. And that's pretty good, since if you have them in the back, at level 0, you can potentially give all your characters a 500 boost and 1 level. So, they can't get, if your opponent has like double reversers or suiciders, you can just laugh at them because your level 0s are 1s. Not only that, you can basically just, screw around with this, because you're going to bring them back with the their Levy or Levi Climax combo at level 1. So continuing with zeros, I run 3 of the 0/0 yellow Memories of Past Aaron. I like calling him Dirty Aaron because, he has smudges on him. But pretty good card. The only drawback it has is that it can't side attack, but it has 3/5 power, so it's just basically a beat stick. Obviously, if you have Eld and Gunther in the back, your turn 1, or not your turn 0, he basically is a 4k level 1 beater thing, getting over stuff, but he's in there because he's a beater, and I run 3. Next card I run is 2/0/0 green number 1 oddball Hanji. This card is pretty good. Its ability is, when it comes into play, you can pay 1, discard a card, and search your deck for either a corpse character or a Titan character. Then you shuffle your deck. So I don't run any Titan characters in here, but almost the whole entire deck, except for maybe like the Climaxes and an Event Punch, is corpse. So you can basically almost search your entire deck. And it just provides a search. It comes into play, you search for any card you need, especially if you don't have like the level 1 Levy card or Levi when you hit level 1. So 2 of this, pretty good. Next, I run 3 Gentle Smile Petra. Pretty good. It's kind of like a double reverser or a suicider, because its effect has to trigger first, but its ability is, when this card becomes reversed, if the card battling this card is a level 0 or lower, you can take the top card of your opponent's clock and put it into waiting room and basically put that level 0 into their clock. So how this thing works is, first you have to reverse yourself, and as soon as you reverse your effect triggers, but your opponent has to do their damage count first, and then that card gets sent into your opponent's clock. If your opponent doesn't have any cards, like for example, let's say you level them up when you kill this, since they can't throw anything in there, like it doesn't work. So the effect has to fully resolve in order for it to work. But other than that, it's really good because it gets rid of your opponent's zeros, especially if they have zeros that are like giant beat sticks or that trigger when they hit the graveyard. You can just run this into that and just laugh at them. But it's really good. Throwing stuff into your opponent's clock is amazing. So 3. the last zero I run is 1 and 1. So I run 1 Calm and Collected Mikasa, 0/0 red. It has the ability where during your attack phase, if one of your characters moves to another slot, it gains a 1k power. But the reason I use it is because of the Brainstorm ability, which is just pay 1, and you select mill the top 4 cards of your deck, and for any climaxes among them, you basically get a salvage a card and then discard a card, so you basically hand fix. The good thing about this card is that it's spammable, so you don't have to rest it, so you just can keep spamming, and it helps you throw out climaxes in your stock, and it also helps you refresh. So it's 1. You can run 1, 1, 2, 2, however you like it, but I just like running 1 and 1 of each. Next card, Beyond the Wall Aaron, 0/0 yellow Brainstormer. Its abilities during your turn, you can give the middle position, the character in the middle position, 1k power. So whatever is like in the middle gains 1k power, but only during your turn. But it also has a Brainstorm ability where you can pay 1 and rest them, and then mill 4 for any climaxes. You basically had to search your deck for any corpse character and basically add it to your hand, so you just plus. So this works especially if you are like running low on climaxes and you still have a lot of cards in your deck. You can just use this, opposite to this one. But basically its main purpose is just to brainstorm, and if you hit any climaxes, you plus. On to the level 1s. We'll get into these guys. We'll go these guys first. Alright, so I run 3 of this level 1/0 member of Levies squad, Aru or Arun. I've never can pronounce the name right. I just call him the guy eating the burrito because honestly it looks like he's eating a burrito. So what this card does is if you have another Humanity Stronger Soldier Levy, which I'll get into in a bit, this card gains 2k power. So as long as you have Humanity Stronger Soldier Levi Levy on your field, he gains 2k power, so he's a 6k beater. And it has a similar effect to the Gunther and the Eld at level 0. So if you have her, which is the level 1 Petra, which I'll explain in a bit, as long as you have that Petra out on the field, your other corpse characters in the middle of your center slot gain 1,500 power. So I'll get into the Levy right now. But the Levy's always in the middle, and with the whole combo out, the Levi gets huge. So that's this thing's ability. There's 3 of them. Next thing is 3 of this 1/0 cost green member of Levies squad, Petra. Similar ability if you have Humanity Strongest Soldier Levi or Levy, it gains 2k. And if you have the guy eating the burrito, your middle center character basically gains discard encore. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the Levy in the middle, because it just states that you just give it the encore thing. But it would help you if you have the Levi, because he gets like supremely huge. But if you don't have him in the middle, you can basically still have these out and give the middle thing 1,500 power and a discard encore, but like they won't get the boost themselves because you don't have that specific Levi out. But I run 3 of those. Next is this card finally, the one that basically fuels the deck kind of. Or is it the thing it's like your main thing. So this is Humanity Stronger Soldier Levi or Levy. I run 4 of him. It's a level 1, pay 1. Its ability is freaking OP. He becomes your like main like beater thing for like almost your entire game. So this card's ability is if it's in the middle center slot. So you play Weiss. There's 3 cards in the front. So as long as it's in the middle, it gains 2k power. So now you're seeing it at 7/5. But it's Climax combo ability, and I do run 4 of Special Operations Squad Climax. When you trigger it, basically you just give something +2 soul. And when you play it, you all your characters gain 1 soul for the turn, and you can take 1 green card from your waiting room and put it into your stock. So you're basically getting free stock for this, and it's really good because you always need stock. This Levies Climax combo is you basically discard a card and put 1 character from your stage into your waiting room. When you play the Special Operations Climax, you can choose up to 1 of the following cards from your waiting room and call them out. So you get to choose 1 Oro, 1 Petra, and it's this specific one. It can be no other ones. So you basically get 1 of each of these parts, and you get to call them out to your field. So that's really good, especially if you can spam it. Because, like, for example, if you just have them in the front, you can just play the Climax and call everybody back as long as they're in your waiting room. The cool thing about this too is since when it's in the middle, boosted with everything else, he can potentially be anywhere from 10k to 11.5k, or 10,000 to like 11,500. So he's basically he's your beater thing for the whole game. You can also put 1 of him on the side. Like, for example, I think once I had like triple Levy out. It does still get in the boost from the back if you have the Eld and the Gunther, but they just don't get the 2k boost from being in the middle. Before him, really good. Next, I run 3 Biological Researches. Really good card. It's an event, level 1-0. Oh, this is another card you can't search with Hanji, even though she's in there, or he's in there, or she's in there. It's up to you. I think the author said it's up to you to determine her gender or something. But basically, when you play the event, you look at the top 4 cards of your deck, then you choose 1 character with corpse, add it to your hand, and then discard the rest. It helps you out a lot, especially if you're on a refresh, or if you don't have any cards that you need, or if you're missing any of the Levi combo pieces or Levy combo pieces. You can just play it, mill 4, hopefully you get 1 of the things you need. But usually it always does come in handy. Now for the last level 1, I run 2 of this level 1-0 punch. It's just, I always call him the Mustache Man, because his name is like, I always forget his name. I know it's on the card, but like, I just call him the Mustache Man. So 2 of this awesome Mustache Man. And his ability, basically, he's just a backup 1,500. So the reason I run this is it helps out hardcore, especially with your Levi, since you're at potentially anywhere from 10k to 11k. Dropping this will potentially put you at either 11k or like 13k. And you can just basically wall your opponent with this. And even like on your rear guards, if you have like a Petra and you have your whole combo out, she's at 6.5, so just giving her the 1.5 boost makes her go up to 8. So really good. 1.5 saves you 2. Yeah. Next, we're on to level 2s finally. First, one of the only cards. Well, I only run 5 cards at level 2, but I run 3 of this level 2 pay 1 Beyond the Wall Levy. Yeah, pretty good. Or Levi. Its ability is if you have 4 more characters, this card gains -1 level in your hand. So you can play it out when you're at level 1. Doesn't really minus you. It actually benefits you. So if you basically have like a full field, or if you're just missing 1 card, you can just drop them down. He also has the ability, as long as all your characters are corpse, he gains a 1k boost. So all your characters in this deck are corpse, so you're always going to get your boost. So you're always going to be at 8. And if you have the whole Eld combo in the back, Eld and Gunther, you'll be at like 8.5. But the best thing about this is when this card attacks, both players cannot play backups from their hand. So just any card that states backup. So usually you can go for some pretty cool attacks, just 8.5. You can't play backups, I can't play backups. And that's basically it. But pretty good, especially at level 1, since it's like an 8.5 beater thing. So 3 of him. Next thing I run, 2 of this level 2 pay 1 Event Punch Titan Power. Really good. When you drop it, you can give 1 of your corpse characters 4k power, and the ability when it reverses something your opponent controls, that card gets into your opponent's memory. So it's really good, especially, like, for example, if you have your Levi out at turn 2 still, and it's at, like, full power, so it's at, like, 11.5, you can just drop this, and now you're at, like, 15.5, and you're basically wrecking your opponent. And whatever card they have gets into the memory. It's pretty good if you're at, like, a decent attack power, and you drop it at something your opponent has that they need to change, or that they changed into, and you just want to get rid of it. So 2 of this, pretty good. The cost isn't even heavy, it's just pay 1. You just have to be at level 2. On to the 3s. So the 3-wise, I run 2 of the level 3 pay 2 Rising Fate Armin. It's Armin Hammer. Coconut Head if you want to call him. But, pretty good card. Its ability is this card cannot be chosen by your opponent's effects, so your opponent can't choose them for an effect, which is amazing. It also has the ability that it boosts all your corpse characters in the front by 2k power. So if you have 2 of this, the 2 cards on the side will gain 2k and the card in the middle will gain 4k power, making the next card huge. And it also gives the ability in the card in front that it cannot be chosen by your opponent's effects either. So basically you have a full field. You can potentially, if you have 2 of these in the back, have a full field that can't be targeted by your opponent's stuff. And its final ability is when you place this card from your hand to the stage, you look at the top X cards, which is equal to the amount of corpse characters you control. Then you select one, add it to your hand, and send the remaining cards into your waiting room. So this is pretty good because it counts itself. So even if you have nothing on the field, as long as you play them, you get to look at the top 1 card. And hopefully it's not a Climax. But for the most part, I usually hit anywhere from like 2 to 3. And then if I'm really lucky, at one time, once in a while, I get like 5. It also helps you late game if you want to like mill out so you can refresh. But pretty good card. It gets the next card like into high attack power so you can like finish off your opponent. So the last card I run is 4 of this 3 level 2 Levi, Resisting Fate Levi. Really good. Its ability is basically you can discard a card from your hand. When you play a Climax called, then that's the final Climax I run. The Wings of Freedom, it's a gold bar Climax. When you trigger it, you take the top card of your deck, put it into stock, add this to your hand, and basically give all your characters 1k 1 soul. So when that Climax is placed, you can basically discard a card and choose a card from your damage zone or your damage, and basically call it out for free cost. You don't have to pay the cost or anything. You can just call it out all you want. So you can potentially kind of cheat it by putting cards you need in there in your clock and then just calling them out. But that's its first effect, and its second effect is pay 3. Put one, basically discard a corpse character, so you can't discard like Climaxes and stuff. And whenever this card basically reverses something, you can discard a corpse and then basically tribute or select one of your characters on the field and send it into the waiting room to restand him and move him into that spot. So potentially this is like your end game because usually you want to attack into something you can kill with this and have something that you can't kill, like suicide into your opponent, and then you basically tribute it off and then restand him and then attack. So you basically get more attacks, trying to finish off your opponent, and then basically winning. So pretty good card, end game, level 3 play, that's all you want to do then. So that's it for this video. I'll bring you guys more deck profiles, videos and stuff later on. Just comment and subscribe and stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video.